What's up? Welcome to the Virzi Triplets show. This week, very funny comedian Aaron Mliner joining the show.
Aaron!
Thanks, guys.
Alex changed his voice for that intro.
My voice is a little
we've been
raspy
giving
today, I
him
apologize.
shit.
What was it? Why is it raspy?
I don't know. I've had like a stuffy, weird mucus thing all
I think he's
weekend.
had a sinus infection or something because he has been
it's
coughing up
insane.
a storm.
I literally went into the bathroom, I coughed in the shower, and then I did one of those where you blow your nose in the shower, and it was like comically insane how much snot. I just couldn't stop laughing.
But he's not.
Is it color? Is it a different color?
No, it wasn't. It was
I said
all
color.
Yeah.
We started off real strong. I'm saying colored right off the top.
Everybody said off the vanilla. Yeah. We were talking about our fascination for breasts earlier.
Okay. Well, I wasn't involved in that.
Yeah, no.
Yes, I was. I was actually the one that brought it up.
Yeah, don't. No, I don't know what it is. But it's
But he's not
definitely very
sick because, like,
No, not sick.
Yeah.
we
It's
would have got
literally
it too.
just
I think it's
mucusy.
just, could be allergies.
It is allergies.
It honestly might be allergies. I've never had them in my life. So
Well, when you get older, when you
yeah,
get
that
older,
changes.
yeah,
unfortunately.
for
So I'm hoping it's just a temporary week-long thing. But my trash can is filled with tissues that are not from, they're from clean. They're actually blowing my nose and not from other things.
I'll
So
tell you what helped me because I got allergies late in life too.
Okay.
I'm not 26 anymore, but when I was, I never had allergies.
Okay.
I bought a humidifier and an air purifier for my room, just for the room. And that's it. It's changed everything.
Really?
It's changed everything.
I might have to do that because I went in my room, I cleaned it, and then I went in like a week later, and literally there were so many dust bunnies in there that I'm like, this is disgusting. And our apartment is probably infested with mold and other things.
Oh, yeah.
Every LA apartment is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not be like, because we have we've said this before, we have a 3-bedroom, utilities included, 1,600 square feet for $2,600.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's like,
I think you pay more.
You just pissed off like 90% of your listeners are like,
100%.
fuck.
Yes. One of us will have cancer or one of those mesothelioma questions, like whatever it is.
But even that's a nice lawsuit, so that could actually get our money back.
Also, I mean, price to pay for the great weather in LA.
That's true.
I'll have it now so I can not have it later.
And we have a great location. I mean, we really hit the jackpot. 75 in January in LA.
I know.
Can't complain about that.
And then Aaron's like, I'm going to put on my denim white jacket that I spilled.
I like it. That was the first thing
a cardigan.
He said. The first thing I said when he
jacket.
the first thing I said when he came in is you look good. That's a good,
I wanted
it's a good outfit.
dude. It's not very often I'm on a podcast with 3 people more fuckable than me. Usually it's like 1, but 3 is good.
4.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well, Jeff he's an anomaly. He just anywhere we go,
Well,
Jeff just
Jeff's our
pulls
little.
everything.
He's our resident bundle of bones. He's just all.
He's a skeleton.
He's hair and twig. He's hair and bone.
Not an ounce of muscle on Jeff is what we say. There's.
Well, he said,
What the fuck, dude?
no, how much you weigh? You were like 170.
I weighed 225.
Oh, okay. Oh, he actually dropped weight from last week.
No, I'm probably
Just from you talking about it?
Because I watched the episode, he dropped weight.
Make sure,
lost 5 pounds.
make sure we don't spill it anywhere again.
All right.
Aaron immediately.
It was on my shirt. It was on nothing else.
We started talking about
all
tits, and Aaron just takes his cup and just starts spilling it.
I have no steady hand. If I was like trying to deactivate a bomb and you start talking about tits, we'd all die.
The squirt locker, or whatever it is. That's from someone else. But
Well, I was gonna say you guys were talking about you. I don't know if you have the same type as Jeff because
Yes.
Jeff likes trashy.
Yes.
Tatted.
No.
Really?
No.
You
No.
can't
Let me tell you a funny story.
No.
Okay. I matched with a girl I'm not on the apps anymore, but when I was on the apps, I matched with a girl. And I start talking to her. She's like, "Hey, give me your Instagrams," because I don't have my Instagram attached.
Yeah.
So I give her my Instagram, and she gives me hers, and I give her mine, and he's following her.
yes. Yeah.
So then we have the conversation. It was like a weird exchange of conversation. So I bring it up to Jeff. I'm like, Jeff, I met this girl. You follow her, this and that. And he's like, oh yeah, dude. I fucked her. And I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
glad.
so are you Eskimo Bros or no? You
No,
didn't?
well, I'm sure we are in some capacity. If we were to sit down and go through the
Maybe.
tens of thousands of women we've both been with,
Yeah.
the tens of thousands,
So many.
So
it's
many.
so
Yeah.
many,
There's a lot.
dude.
Yeah, I've
Mostly
had a
him.
couple.
It's-
I was gonna say you gotta if I've seen a girl that's followed by Jeff Zenisek, I'm like, she's
off limits.
He already beat me there.
I have had a couple where I've looked them up and I follow them or whatever. And we've talked and I'm like, followed by Jeff. I'm like, I message him. I'm like, Jeff, is this? Do you know this girl? And he's like, No, I just followed it or whatever. I'm like, all right.
Well, because
cool.
Jeff will follow. It's a good way to get in.
Great
I don't follow just because I'm trying to fuck a girl.
It's not the best way to get in. It doesn't really work.
It also helps.
And then
when
then you're stuck following them.
yeah.
Well, then you just unfollow them.
Yeah,
You
well,
go,
I don't know, Jeff.
I'm
'cause you
actually
still-
unfollowing you piece of shit.
No, don't follow them, Jeff, because I like seeing the trail of.
Jeff's in it.
Are you
Oh,
following
okay,
how many
Jeff's in it.
Zenizek Trail?
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
we could pull up Jeff's on the rank sheet.
Yeah, or
Wait, what
we
is it
won't. Yeah.
It's just called a range. That's the device that.
Oh, I
for the
thought you
Bluetooth.
said there was like
It's like an AirPlay.
You just
device.
scared me. I thought there was like a website that women know about men that we don't. Like
No,
know,
there
like,
is. For reference,
They have
Jeff,
groups.
Jeff does. Jeff talked about this, I think, in a bit where there's a.
Yeah.
It's like a rate my guy.
No, they have a
Thank God it's
don't
not called
date
Rape
this
My
guy
Guy.
group.
Yes, they have a don't date this guy group that's like only women really access. It's on Facebook, and they essentially just talk shit about guys, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's awful. Don't date him."
how many members?
A lot.
Oh,
It's a
dude,
lot.
there's literally like
Don't date this guy.
they are in every city, everywhere.
This is like a Yelp for dating.
Yes.
Kind of,
A
yeah.
dick Yelp.
And like a lot of these ladies will like they'll post a guy in there and then be like, "Hey, I was thinking about dating this guy. Anybody have the scoop on this guy?" And then all these like unhinged ladies will like be like, he sucks." And it's like, yeah, but we
What
dated
about-
and it just like didn't work out.
Wow.
I wonder what the pettiest comment is in that, where it's like he took me because now it's like, oh, if you go to Cheesecake Factory on the first date, it's apparently not good enough.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he went to Cheesecake Factory and
I wonder what the average amount of cats that are owned by these women.
It's like 2
Over
to
under
3, I would
Over
say.
under 3.
2 to
That's
3.
the line. Over under 3 on cats, because you know if you're 20 something, 30 something, stalking Facebook groups for guys you might date.
You don't have a lot of time because you're feeding
You're,
lots of
yeah,
cats.
you're alone.
Purina and Franzia advertised on the entire page.
That'd be
It's just-
smart.
Yeah, white
That'd be
wine and
super
cat
smart.
food.
Also, it's like you could have a bad date with a guy, and it's like now because you had one bad experience, you're just burning the whole thing down. That's insane.
Yeah, we call it Aziz. That's what we call that.
Also, for reference, Jeff Zenizek follows 1,914 people.
And
Granted, that is your-
1,900 of them are women.
Yeah, probably. Granted, it is. You do have your comedy page. It is your comedy and your personal.
Why are you throwing
Yeah.
Jeff under the bus?
Yeah,
man?
why am I
I'm
being
just
thrown
saying-
under the bus
I'm not.
here?
I'm just
He's
saying.
he's a coxman. Jeff, we're both coxmen. I get
Wait,
it.
tell me
Well,
what
for
that is.
reference, I follow 100.
Yeah, Alex,
I
tell
follow
us what's good.
127.
Alex, what's that?
A coxman is someone that just lays down dick.
Oh.
Just a consummate ladies'
When was the
man.
last time you did?
It's been a couple months,
Oh, not much of a coxman.
especially after this last fucking girl that I went on a date with, who I explicitly said I will not follow you on Facebook or on Instagram, because I was like, I'm not gonna follow you until like we meet up again, because I know how this shit goes. And sure enough, I was fucking right.
Alex landed in the do not date page. This guy, he's a control freak. I will follow
I'm
you.
gonna try and find this.
Wait, so you were putting like a "I'm not gonna follow you unless we bang" situation? What-
No, it was more of like we had a good date. She looked at my Instagram and stuff, and I was like, oh hey, cool, we'll text, whatever. But I'm like, you're gonna be out of town for a while. Like, I'm not gonna follow your Instagram
Did she follow you though?
No. That's where I was like, we didn't follow each other back until whatever. And we
Okay.
didn't meet up again. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm not following you.
For reference, at least from the groups I've looked up, there's a Don't Date Him Los Angeles.
How many members?
Private, 15,000 members.
Bro, it's crazy.
4 posts a day.
gotta
Don't
get in
date
there.
him.
I want to see.
For also a separate group, the Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, another 11,000
So that's
members.
26,000 people so far, which is nothing in Los
No,
Angeles.
sorry, that was actually the smaller one. Excuse me. Are we dating the same guy, Los Angeles? Private, 49,000 members.
Okay, so under 100,000, still a very small amount. There's 10 million in the
But you
cap.
got to think,
But
girls
there's a lot.
using Facebook on.
Yeah, it's
like,
all people. It's all women over 36.
That's crazy.
It's not though. It's like all women.
I think we have a phone of friend. I think what Nicole is in one of those groups.
And then, mind you, of course, for events in Los Angeles, a larger Facebook page, that has 65,000.
Okay.
We
So,
can. I think
combined,
that there's
this
a way
has
that I
more
could FaceTime her
than-
and get her on the.
I would not put her on it. But combined, this has more than 65,000 followers.
I like how the
Almost
one is like,
70,000.
"Are we dating the same guy?" Yes, you guys are all dating the same guys.
Well,
Yes,
that's like the group. That's
yeah.
what the whole thing is called.
We need to make a Facebook profile and
not date.
infiltrate and get in it.
Yeah, I think we easily could.
Because
Yeah.
it would be really fun to go and try and like reverse some of these bad situations for guys.
Like I know that, like wingman through the Facebook.
Yeah.
That would actually be a really noble endeavor.
It'd be amazing.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, some guys are pieces of shit. You know, but some and some women are fucking bitches. We get it.
Have you seen those TikToks where it's like the guy goes up and it says like, "Hey man, do you have any food I can eat? I don't have enough money to get food." And they go like, it would be like some Indian guy or something, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know, here I'll share some food with you," and then he'll be like, "Thanks,
Here's
man.
10 grand.
Here's $5. Oh, we're doing that, but with pussy."
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna be like, "Hey man, I can't get pussy. This girl won't give it to me."
I've seen
He's
this
a
guy.
good dude. Here you go.
Boom. Yeah.
This is actually one of my cousin's my friend's cousins, and he's a little rough around the edges, but he's got a giant cock.
Yeah.
So you should definitely,
That's it. Yeah, it's just
definitely talk.
But then
to him.
you have to be careful because if you're infiltrating, you have to talk like a woman.
Yeah. True.
So you can't say that. You
No.
have to be like he was very
well endowed.
He was very giving in the bedroom.
There you go.
That's how you talk.
You gotta be a little more vague about it.
Yeah, because they don't. Girls don't talk like that. Girls aren't. If you have a giant dick, they're like, yeah, it was hard to take or whatever. But they're not like he was fucking. You know, it was like this fucking big or whatever. You can't do that.
His dong is massive.
Yeah, you can't say. Girls don't talk like
I'm
that.
not good at talking like a girl.
Is that not? That's not how they talk to each other.
No, they do. They do. Well, I mean, okay. What do I fucking know?
No,
Do you have
actually,
sister- do you have sisters?
I do. I have one
Okay,
sister.
Aaron, you're definitely more of an expert on this.
She
than
doesn't
us.
go, "Aaron, I was taking this big fucking."
Yeah, she definitely doesn't. She definitely does. Not anymore. She's married now. But no, but they don't. When they do discuss, you know, they spill the tea on relationships. It's always like, you know, how nice is he? You know, and then if it's sexual, like you did something, like you farted by accident, they'll talk about that. But they're never like, you know, fucking dude, he blew my back out. Like they don't talk like that.
But they do. But
They do.
The girls I've talked to, because I used to work at a vineyard, so like it would be all women groups all the time, and they talk about every single detail with sex or anything intimate. Guys, it's like, how was it? Oh, we smashed it. Cool, dope, and you move on. They're like, okay, so it started out like this.
Okay.
Like they talk about every detail.
All right, well maybe I'm wrong then.
No, you could be right. No, I mean it's also your
probably have
sister
more
you're talking about.
experience
Yeah.
with
No, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
Get your sister on the phone.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
let's FaceTime
Let's
her.
ask how her and her husband's first date went.
Well, your ex did that one thing.
Yeah, my ex, when they're
They them? Wait, you were with a they them?
No, well, it was her. She had two sisters and the mom. So
Restate this a little better.
it's gonna be a hard premise to.
No,
I'll see what I can do.
Girls talk discreetly about dicks.
Yeah,
this is how.
Girls talk discreetly about dick. Like my ex and her family, they called it the pasta test. So they started like this, and they're like, "Just tell me when. Is it like here? They keep.
So what are you,
going.
rigatoni? What are we talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying. I was like,
Farfalle?
but they were doing it for the sister, and I'm like, oh well, they had to have done this for me if they're doing it for the sister, and they were doing it.
Who's
in
the
front of me.
manicotti, dude?
Yeah, exactly,
That's what I
right?
wanna know.
Did they like it al dente?
Got a little angel hair for her.
Yeah. Short and sweet, dude.
I like a pasta is the measure and not like a better food. They're being more, you know,
It's a-
covert.
I know, but
You're talking about dick. It's
Yeah,
not,
but
like,
women they're romantic. They
covert.
want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it. Italy as if it's like Italy for women is like Thailand for men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It was also her mom. Like the family. It was also her mom.
Is there a lot of lady boys
Okay,
in
No,
Italy?
but they go there to find men go to
yes.
Thailand to get massages.
Yes.
And women go to Italy to get pasta. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want
me
to go
what
to the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah. I
my
want to eat a
back
Meyer
blown out.
lemon fucking meringue while I'm getting
I want
my
an
back
Aperol.
blown out.
Yeah.
Like,
I want an Aperol spritz and fucking. Oh, I'm not gonna say that.
Italian dudes in Italy are slinging dong too.
and they're super aggressive.
Yes.
Like very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we get shit talked here if you're like, you know, you go to a woman. Like I was at a bar. This happened not very long ago. I was at a bar and I was trying to get through the bar to the other side to meet some friends. And I walked by a woman. I said, "Excuse me," and she goes, "I have a boyfriend." And I was like, cool. I'm just trying to get over there. Like I wasn't even trying to talk to her.
Yep.
But in Italy, they're just like they whisper in your ear and they nibble on your earlobe.
They're like,
And the
Bella,
and
you're so
women love
beautiful.
it. Get
Yeah.
cats of 5.
If you do that here, you get fucking pepper sprayed.
I kind of took. I agree with that. A lot of Italians are slinging dick. We're cocksmen. That's where we're from, Italy. I don't know if you know that, Jeff.
Sicily, even better.
Yeah, we're you know, again, it's in the family
Eggplant
crest.
emoji.
Yeah, the family crest is just my grandma
He's
with her
a
back blown
0 women this year.
As Governor Cuomo said, it's
He's
in our
a
blood.
coxman.
Yeah, he's a coxman.
No, we did a show at Aviator Nation in Malibu, and there was a girl that it was a lot of like 20 something, not.
It was a Taylor Swift crowd.
Not a lot of
Eras
girls
tour.
that have only seen Matt Rife and had no idea what a comedy show was. So we do the show, and I had asked the table, a front group of 2 girls that were kind of standing next to each other. And the one was kind of stern the entire show. She wasn't particularly fond of us, which, whatever.
Of
I was
Alex.
like,
It's just of Alex.
I was like, are you two dating? Like, are you lesbians? Like, what's going on?
You said Leslie's time?
Yeah, so
What's wrong with you? Are you guys lesies?
no, I wasn't saying what's wrong. I was just like, are you two on a date? Like, are you lesbians? Or like, what are you?
I don't think lesbies is a derogatory term. Personally.
No, we have
But the way
cousins.
he says it, yes, it is.
I mean,
Are you lesbian? Like, are you lesbian?
I think Leslie's is
Is
now.
it? No.
Yeah, I think it is.
We had 2 cousins that are lesbians. They
Yeah,
don't-
but you didn't say they were Leslie's. You
They're
said they were
lesbians.
lesbians.
Yeah, my cousin pulled a tremendous amount of puss.
Yeah.
Again, even when you
Was
don't
she a
have a cock in
cocksman?
even when you don't have a cock in a family, you're a cocksman.
She was a klitzman.
Yeah.
But you think lesbies did derogatory?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think.
Okay.
I think they thought it.
Oh,
They think
so
they did, yeah.
this girl comes up to me after the show and she goes, "Hey, I was offended." And I'm like, "What were you offended at?" She's like, "I was offended that you called me like a lesbian." And I'm like, and she was very like, hot off her, like she wanted to get in an argument. So I was like, "Oh no, it wasn't. I wasn't meant to be offensive." Like she's like, "Well, I didn't like it." And I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with being a lesbian?" And she's like, Well, nothing's wrong with being a lesbian. I'm like, what's like? There's nothing. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. So why are you upset?
Started short circuit.
Yeah, she literally was like, I literally just.
I want to
broke
talk to the manager.
I just broke it down. I'm like, what's wrong with being a lesbian? She's like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, well, then why are you upset about it? And she's like, and I'm like, listen. She's like, I didn't think it was funny. And I'm like, well, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just trying to learn more about you. And she's like, well, I'm not a lesbian. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I was just curious, and then I just I was
PTSD because one of her exes was like, "You fucking lesbian."
Yeah.
No, she just ended up being insecure about it. She's
Yeah.
like, well, do I look like a lesbian? And I'm like, no. I just thought
You should have went.
with a jacket, whatever.
honestly, you should have.
And then I went the full Italian route where I was like, no, I'm sure you get guys all the time. Like, you're beautiful. Look at you.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I just went, you're beautiful, So this girl came out super offended. And then I was like, I'm sure you get guys all the time. She's like, well, I do okay. I'm like, are you on Hinge or any of those apps? She's like, I'm on Hinge. I'm like, how are you on Hinge? You're so gorgeous.
Oh, look at you.
She ended up giving me her Instagram
Yeah,
after
she
all that
did.
shit. I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then she left me on red.
Because she went to that dating Facebook group. That's
Yes.
why she knew.
Absolutely.
Well, I did call her a lesbian off the top, so I can see why she.
I will say a clip of Vicky Cristina Barcelona came up in my TikTok feed
Why does
recently.
that name sound familiar?
It's a movie.
Oh.
It's a movie with who is it? Javier Bardem. It's with Scarlett Johansson, Javier Bardem, and this other girl.
Can we get a Google on that, Joe?
And he invites these 2 girls
that's
that are visiting to go to Barcelona. He's pretty much he asks them like, yeah, we'll go whatever, and we'll it's a great wine. I'll pay for everything, and we'll all make love together. And the one's just like, no, whatever, and then she ends up falling out of love with the guy, but they all kind of fuck. And I was like, yeah, Europeans are just charming.
God,
It is what
whoever
it is.
cast
It's a
that
different
movie,
culture.
Javier Bardem, good for him, bro.
His agent is
God,
lit.
that's the dream right there.
Well, I think Penelope's his wife.
It's not. Yeah, in the movie it's his wife, but also
No, in real life.
In real life, I
No
think so.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
What was this movie called?
Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
So Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem are
that
married.
is gonna
I
be
think so.
That'll be some attractive.
I don't.
It's
children.
a
Oh, Javier's-
2008 film.
Thank you.
They're married.
Penelope
There it
Cruz.
is. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Penelope Cruz in
And
it.
they're married. I wonder if they got married because of that movie. Because she was
It's
with.
possible.
Wasn't she with TC for a little while? Tom Cruise.
Probably.
Tom Cruise is laid. Again,
This
another-
movie was in 2008, and she got married to him in 2010, so it's very
I
possible.
mean,
Wow.
he's extremely charming. In it.
directed by Woody Allen.
I mean, he's a good-looking man. He's a manly man. He looks like a manly man.
He looks so
surprised-
different in every movie he's
He
in.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was the one in. He was the murderer in
No Country for Old Men.
right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And then this one, he's a womanizer.
He was
Skyfall.
that gay guy in James Bond too.
Oh,
he was
right.
like
Skyfall.
the bad.
He was a
Yeah.
villain. Now it's directed by Woody Allen. I'm surprised the threesome wasn't with a 12-year-old. That's the,
Yeah. Can you guys?
Can you guys be 14 years younger?
That's my Woody Allen impression.
That's a great
Honestly,
idea.
pretty solid.
But yeah, but I think they're just more. I don't want to say aggressive, but we have had. I think one of our ex coworkers went to was it India.
Alex's situationship from years ago.
Went to India.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, there was a. You don't want to go to India if you're a girl.
I would never go to India anyway. No slight on the billion plus people that live there. I don't have any reason to go to India.
No, it just from what my experience was, if you're a white girl kind
First
of
of all,
traveling,
you didn't go. It wasn't
He's
yours.
hearing
I'm
the
saying,
secondhand experience.
From what I heard, if you're a white girl, I think she was traveling alone or trying to do that. Do not a good
Bad
choice.
idea. Yeah.
And there's plenty of places that are. I'm sure that it's not just India. There's a lot of like countries where if you're going by yourself, you're going to be like you're a target for certain things.
It's just scary.
This sounds
Terrifying.
like xenophobia, Alex.
It's not. It was off someone's experience. I was told about that.
Well, she does have some honkers, so shout out. She probably listens.
It's her fault
her
for
Instagram?
having her tits.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's her fault.
Jesus.
I'm just saying
Sounds
that.
like you're an apologist.
yeah.
Yeah, what was she wearing?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that would catch the eye of,
An Indian man.
Hindu men.
Of many men. It was just not. I wouldn't want to. I'm very happy I'm a guy.
Vishnu would want to touch on.
So many arms, so much tit. All right.
I like how we're willing to talk about that, but not the shit we talked about before the show.
I'll talk about anything. I don't care.
I would love to talk about that. We will tell you in a couple episodes. I'm sorry we can't do it now. There will be a point to tell you a great story about one of the shows we were just potentially in consideration for, but
What a
we
tease.
can't. I know.
we can't.
In a couple shows for the loyal listener,
Cliffhanger.
we can't do
No,
it.
it's good
but
for them.
It's hilarious and it's worth the wait, but unfortunately we just can't right now because it's
You're still in it.
Yeah.
possibly for that particular one. I don't think so.
Still
considering-
good. We have a good rapport with.
But yeah, they have a good rapport, and I don't want to fuck up production or whatever. But
Yeah.
Well,
hey, that's the biz.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of biz listening to. Did you just fucking burp in
I
my
did burp.
fucking
Well, no.
face?
It's that. I can't block the camera, so I can't turn this.
Blow
way,
it
so-
into the camera.
Well, no, I don't want to ruin the camera.
It's not going to ruin the camera.
I don't want to turn my head into it.
You're not fucking.
anyway,
You
so
can take
do
a
you
burp.
just have one sister? Or do you have brothers?
I have one sister. I don't have any brothers, but I love this. I love this dynamic. I'm enamored by it.
We Jeff always says we should change the podcast to watch us argue because it turns into we just have a guest come on and then we just yell at each other.
There should be a compilation of that somewhere on YouTube. I would watch it.
There's one episode where
Yeah,
I
it's
literally
every episode of this podcast.
I just scream at Sean for the entire episode.
Well, I think it's and that's I guess it's like having a very intimate roommates growing up. Like for me, my sister and I, we were like I would defend her. If like kids try to pick on her because I'm the older brother, but like. We didn't like hang out together. She had her Barbies. I had my G.I. Joes. It was like she would try to play with my G.I. Joes and I'd tell her to fuck off.
Yeah.
And then like,
Yeah.
But to be three boys, same age, in the same space, I can only imagine. I mean, I'm surprised you guys are all still alive. You know what I mean? I feel
we
like,
have an older brother too, who's a year older.
okay.
So it's even more
Right.
of that.
Yeah. Did you guys all, kind of team up on him sometimes? Or were you guys?
No.
Oh,
It
were
was
his
like
minions.
it was like a quest to be his favorite.
aha. So
We
we
were
guys
all
all
kind
go
of
eat
manipulated.
each other. Wow.
He was like a puppet master.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
would. Oh, dude, he sounds like a fucking reality show producer, dude. Telling you one thing, telling you another, telling you another.
Mike's-
You guys fight.
Our brother Mike would be great. He's arguably the funniest.
Has he been on this podcast?
No. He doesn't think we're funny.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
In our
Simi-
hometown,
their
Simi
hometown.
Valley.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Which will be in, all of us will be in tonight.
Let's go. This
Yeah.
will air tomorrow.
It's another day, yeah.
Last week.
yeah, I was gonna say this was last.
The show went great, everybody.
Oh, the show was fantastic.
Aaron
I ate
crushed.
pizza and fucked a old hag at the bowling alley.
Yeah, it was great.
I will say the last time I did the show, there was a girl that came up afterwards, and I have to get the verbiage correct. I wrote it down because it was so funny.
Okay, I'm into it.
She.
For somebody that calls himself a cocksman, it's a lot of almosts.
It
No,
is
this
a
one
lot
was-
of
Hey,
almost.
when you're a cocksman, there's it's just.
Oh, I know exactly.
This
what
is
you're
a girl that
talking
came
about.
to the show by herself in
Oh,
a
I
bowling
love
alley pizza bar, and was probably 20, and braces, and
A little too young for me, but
yeah, a little too young,
little too old for me.
braces, and also
No, good.
and also just weird, like going by herself. She was an awkwardy girl. But after the show,
Thank you for coming, by the way.
thank you for coming.
Is she
But
on the Do Not Date Facebook?
she might be.
Okay.
No, it was very.
Pull up her Instagram.
I appreciated her forwardness. She comes up and she goes, "Hey." She's like, "Are you guys actually all single?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're all single." You know, I was just kind of talking, and she's like, "Well, oh, cool. Well, do you want a nut?"
She said that?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
N-U-T?
verbatim. Do you want a nut? And I'm like, excuse me?
No cap on God.
Dead ass.
She's like, do you want a nut? Like, well, like, we can go. You know.
I love
I'll get-
she
can nut.
She has an older brother or something.
I mean, God bless her for being that forward.
I mean, to be honest, and this is a take, you know, I might get fucked up for, but I think it's important if we want to take some of these mass shootings down a peg, that some of these women give it up for those incels. Absolutely. I really do believe that. And I don't know who that is out there, but maybe we start a coalition or some sort of co-op.
Yeah.
Or a Facebook group that would, because I feel
Volunteers.
like, if we just
Yeah.
had a bunch of women that just kind of ransacked some of these guys and just got
Yeah.
their nuts.
Their sacks,
They ransacked their sacks, dude. Yeah, they get their fucking
Inter-
dogs.
Blowjobs for bullets. We can start a new program.
And I
Intercourse for
agree.
incels.
A lot of people would describe Alex as an incel. So somebody
Not at all.
volunteered
No, but-
to do it, and he turned it down.
But that girl she's on the right track. 'Cause she's not an
100%.
incel.
She's a hero, though.
She is a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
Yes. Honestly, Jeff has a tremendous bit that deals with that. That I don't know if that was the one that went viral, but one of Jeff's new bits is so fucking funny.
Is it on par as that, Jeff? Did I just steal that?
No,
Okay.
it was
different,
it's pretty
but it's-
different.
Okay,
but
I was
It's a
hoping I
great
didn't.
fucking bit.
it was just that.
You don't have to tell it. I didn't ask you to do your fucking racist
We'll
Def
just
Jam.
go on your Instagram
check it
and
out.
look.
Well, we were
Jeff.
just talking about it, so it's, it's that
I want-
nerds do school shootings, not bullies.
Yeah.
So
It's a great bit, and Jeff, like, go check out Jeff's bit if you can.
On his
A
Instagram.
Resident Skeleton. Check it out. But it's a tremendous bit that made me laugh very hard.
I wish more girls would be forward like that.
I want to write a TV show like that, where it's like a bunch of like 30-something-year-old women who kind of like moonlight. It's like a superhero thing. Like they're like mercenaries for young men that can't talk to women, and they just go and fucking and fuck them
Drop
and
him in
blow them.
Uvalde.
Well, there is.
they do like Hitch for those.
yes.
Yeah.
For
I'm going
these
to change that word
dorky guys.
mercenaries to, I think they have that. It's called
Mercenaries?
It's called
Oh.
prostitutes.
Okay.
That's
No,
just-
but those women get paid.
Yeah, no,
these
no,
are
no.
women that just go and do
Volunteer.
for the good of the community.
it, so that there isn't another Sandy Hook.
I already
Yeah.
know where there's. I already know where to find them on the Facebook group.
yeah,
Get
those
girls-
women tell them to feed their cats,
Yes.
drink their wine, and fucking hit the streets.
Yes.
I will say there is something. I imagine that if you're like 18, 19, and you have like a 38-year-old that is like willing to
Oh
take an
my
interest in you and
God.
just groom you up and be like, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna train you how to be the best guy possible.
Yeah.
And this is like your boot camp.
Yeah.
Every guy would come out better.
Yeah, and see, I say
100%.
that about 19-year-old girls, and people are like, "What is this guy talking about? That's
Yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up."
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like,
Well,
no, I'm going to
you-
train you. I'm going to teach you how to be a
No,
wife.
you come off as creepy. You can come off as creepy.
It's a joke, you
No,
fucking baboon.
no.
It's a joke.
You come off.
Yeah, Mitch, of
European
course.
Well, no,
citizens.
let me
He's
say
too much
though.
of a cocksman.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard. It's hard to be
I
a
was
cocksman.
literally just flipping yours, you fucking
And
idiot.
by the way, he isn't. I don't feel that's creepy because he would have fucked that 20-year-old girl who
Thank
asked
you.
for a nut and he didn't do
Oh,
it.
God,
Yeah,
no
whatever
cap.
happened.
I would have fucking...
Whatever happened?
Nothing. She
I
literally
hope
asked
she's
me.
at the show tonight.
That would be hilarious.
I hope she was at the show last week.
Yeah.
I
She
would-
was at the show last week, and Aaron got his nut.
And I got it.
Even
Can
the
I
fact
give you
that
that
she was-
nut in your shacket?
Keep the shacking on with the coffee stains, please.
Even the fact that she was so direct about it, I was like, oh,
Beautiful.
I'm kind of flattered.
And
And
you know-
do I need a nut?
That's how they are in Europe. That's how women are in Europe. There's no, it's a puritanical thing that happens in America.
Yeah.
But then in Europe, they don't care, man. They just have fun.
I
Somebody
heard
was
it's like
saying
that in Australia.
Yeah,
and New
Australia,
Zealand as
they're
well.
very. Women will buy you drinks if they're
Oi,
interested.
mate, can I stick your cork in me mouth? I don't think that was Australian.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't horrible.
It kind of started Australian
went-
and then it went.
My accents have been off
Did
recently.
you say cork?
cork?
Yeah,
It sounded like cork,
it did say cork,
which is funny too.
yeah.
But I do genuinely think women should shoot their shot more. Their success rate is 1,000 times better than a guy's success rate.
100%.
Yeah, if you're attractive.
Women shoot their shots. It's just different the way they do it.
Yeah.
The way they would do it would be to stand kind of near you and not say anything.
But that's not
No.
okay. But that's not them actually. That's not them actually making a move. That's them. They want to get in your space because they want you to make the move.
And they neg you.
Yeah.
Women will neg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love that.
Even in the 1700s, they would
Whoa,
like.
what? Dude,
They would like.
I didn't know you were a historian. Hold on a second.
Well, like in the 1700s,
Let's talk about the history of getting pussy.
like when you're a coxman, you learn from coxmen of other eras.
I just wish that
The history
you
of-
said that and then like it showed up under like your full name and like you're a historian.
Sean Virzi, cock historian.
You might want to change that to pussy historian.
Yeah, that's
Cock
funny, dude.
historian. Phallus has been around for millennia.
A cockstorian.
Yeah. No, but like back in
What
the
about
day.
a her historian? There we go.
There we go. Her story. And,
That's funny.
Women would drop like their handkerchiefs near a guy, and then that's how they would kind of shoot their shot. It'd be like, oh, and then he would pick it up, be a gentleman, they start conversation, blah
stuff
blah.
it in
Now,
her mouth and-
yeah,
But
yeah,
Cheesecake
exactly.
Factory's not good enough for you.
But Cheesecake Factory's not good enough. God damn
Dude,
it.
when's the last time you took a girl out to the Cheesecake Factory on a date? That's the second time you brought it up. Is that like your
well,
go-to?
no, I'm only saying that because there was a big viral
Trends.
There was a big viral post that went out, and it was like, oh, here's a
list of
whole list of
restaurants.
places that women deemed are not acceptable for first dates. And it
I
was
would
like
agree.
Chili's, Cheesecake. It was a bunch of different.
Do you think? I think Cheesecake Factory is too nice for a first date.
I don't think you. I don't believe that. I think that's
Why?
crazy.
What do you think's the perfect first date then?
I mean, well, I don't want to give away my secrets.
Here's what.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, I don't think.
Chipotle.
Yeah, I think Cheesecake Factory is too nice for a first date because A, it's super expensive right now, but B, it's also like on
Yeah,
a
so is
first.
Taco Bell.
That's fair.
True.
That's a good point.
But for a first date, it's like it's a long commitment. You're talking about an hour and a half for a first date. You might not like this person, and then being on the hook for a $70 bill
Yeah.
for
Sorry.
you know.
What?
Jeff is
Fucking-
playing.
Oh, Jeff is playing his bits.
Sorry, it's fucking God. I was trying to pull up the Cheesecake Factory lady video.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
There's a list of it, I think, too.
Yeah. There was a list that came out after this video with the Cheesecake
I think
Factory
dinner.
lady.
I think dinner for a first date.
That lady.
Oh yeah, look at her tits. Jesus.
Have you saw this, right, Aaron?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
She refused to get out of the
Now I
car
do.
because he took me to the Cheesecake Factory.
Got me at the Cheesecake Factory.
And
Oh,
it's
I've seen this
and it's
video.
daylight. Just make sure you get your tits in there.
I can't.
It's a long video.
You take it
I
off,
mean,
take it off, take it off.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
it's a long video. She kind of.
she thinks she's bougie, and that's just wrong.
Yeah. First off, you've got a stretch mark on your breast.
Love
right?
it. I love not just one. She's got a bunch.
You can
I'm
have
into
like.
it.
There's nothing wrong with that, but
Tiger
you've got,
straps.
It
you've
shows
got,
mass.
Like who?
By the way, the comments,
why-
the top two comments below are his communication alone, smiley face. I would absolutely marry this man straight away, and he seems really kind.
You saw
Why-
what happened in the video, right?
No.
Okay, so in this video, this lady is like, "How dare this man take me to Cheesecake Factory?" Like, so she's like filming herself. Like, I can't believe this fucking piece of shit's taking me to Cheesecake Factory. She's like grilling him in the video. Then, like, she's like, when you take
7 minutes long.
yeah, and she's like, and he's like kind of like trying to defend himself a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he's eventually like, "You were late. I had another place we were gonna go.
Boom. Yep.
So
Exactly.
like, you made me wait in the car forever.
Yep.
So like, this is where we're going now." And then he was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna take you home. Like,
Perfect.
I'm not.
Hell
We're
yeah.
not
Yeah.
doing this."
Yeah.
So
I let her Uber.
so she kind of like reverses and is like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Like, you
Yeah.
wanna-"
Yeah, of course.
Actually, I like the brown bread from Cheesecake Factory.
It's really good.
I think okay. So first date, I don't do food and I don't do movies.
I agree.
Totally
with that.
fair.
Yeah.
I do.
A drink somewhere. You know, if they don't drink, grab some ice cream somewhere.
Coffee.
What
I
a-
don't
what
drink.
a secret you're revealing. Oh my god.
Hey, fuck you.
I mean, hey,
I'm
No,
right there.
I'm
I'm right there with you.
why
I
you
don't-
fucking? Why'd you pull your notepad out, dude?
Sorry.
I thought you were a historian.
I am.
cock historian.
Well, for me, it's like if a girl doesn't want to go to Chili's and crush some chicken crispers and electric margaritas, I don't want to be with her.
no.
That's just what it is. Like
Okay.
that's who I am.
So that's your first date.
and a
Chili's.
cookie skillet at the end. If
Well,
you're
the-
not going to down that with me, it
Well, the
ain't
thing
going to
is,
work anyway.
Chili's is a staple of American culture. So if you don't like Chili's, then you don't like America.
That's a fair point.
Is what I would say.
Well, now, I would say Applebee's.
Yeah.
Both. But Chili's
same
and
thing.
Applebee's are the same thing. They're
Agreed.
not like Fridays.
There's
so
nothing
they're
more
trying to be too
American than
fancy.
Tex-Mex.
You
Okay.
can put Chili's, Applebee's, Fridays, Outback. You can put them all in the same category for me.
Well,
Places I
Applebee's
wouldn't
now
eat.
though.
Wow.
Applebee's now though has a $200 a
Date
year
thing.
date night.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
You can
Smart.
go to Applebee's once a week for $200 a
Yeah,
year.
they're
There's
not pretending to be something else. Fridays is trying to be this. Fridays is trying to be Cheesecake Factory. It's
Oh, yeah.
like you're the same thing as Chili's and Applebe's. Be that.
By the way, I worked at a Cheesecake Factory. What were you going to say?
I believe that.
No, I was gonna say.
Okay, hey.
I believe that.
Is it the fucking jacket?
Yes.
Because I had to wear all white.
Yes.
I agree with Sean. I hate that some chain restaurants now are trying to fancy themselves up. Where like,
Be who you are.
yeah, like Friday's trying to be like, yeah, we have artisan potato skins. I'm like, these are microwaved potato wedges. Like, come on, like they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to charge more for it because they use like fucking poblano salsa instead of just like salsa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just like know your lane. Know that this is a place that people like to get shit faced at and talk shit about people from high school, and not Mastros or fucking Maggiano's.
It's
and
also,
shit.
if you're on a first date, I'm not going to, especially out in Los Angeles, I'm not going to spend $70 on you on a. I don't even know if I like you as a person.
Yeah.
I don't spend $70 on my mom to go out to dinner.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna fucking spend it on you?
Because he's a cocksman.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ask of. I wouldn't want a stranger to spend that much money on me unless they're insanely rich. Then spend as much money as you want.
Even then.
But even then, it's like I don't know you. You don't owe me anything. Like I don't want to take your money in food. Like especially if I know that we're not going to work out. Like
I am going to say for the camera though, if somebody does want to spend that much money on me and also combine it with the other girl and ask if I want my nut, I will go on a date.
That
with
sounds
you.
like marriage material.
That does sound
Yeah.
like marriage material.
Going back to your initial point, though, if a girl that does take their shot, I feel like you're more likely to hook up with a uglier girl or girl you might not usually hook up with if they are more confident about that. 100%.
I'm telling you, women's success rate. If women were to be like, "Hey, I think you're cute. I want to take you out," or "Let's go out and get drinks."
Yeah, if she ever looked me in the eye and she was hotter than me and said that, I would think she had a venereal disease for sure.
See,
well-
that's why they don't do that.
Yeah.
Because
Aaron's
it's
judgmental.
weird when women hit on you.
I think it's great. I'm just
No,
kidding.
it is awesome, but it's like
No,
it
but you're
is
right.
confusing. Like if a woman is that aggressive, it feels weird. It's almost like it's like when somebody like calls with some deal, you're like, this is a scam.
What's the
Yeah, well,
catch?
exactly. It's like
You
yeah.
think what's the catch?
So with Alex's this girl being like, "Do you want a nut?" My catch is, "Are you a felon? Like, what is your what?" There's something up where you're being this straightforward.
She did
But
have
again-
braces.
Okay, are you a fucking orthodontist? What are you like?
I'm just saying that's.
I can't.
There's always the risk of it getting
teeth
caught.
are a big thing for me. I can't do bad teeth.
Yeah, we could tell. We saw the hammers you turned down earlier.
Yeah.
because of teeth.
Yeah, it's just a fact. I need nice teeth.
I agree.
I
she had a mouth like a gopher.
my wife.
Yeah, I have to have good teeth. I can't. That's
So is
like,
that your number one?
I tell you, I haven't seen a mouth like that since I pulled a hook out of it.
That's pretty good.
Gotta tell
Thank
ya.
you. Yeah.
teeth is
the old
definitely one of the top things I look for in a girl. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What's your worst?
Restate it.
What's your worst?
Oh yeah, wait.
What's your biggest ick that shouldn't be an ick?
teeth? I need nice teeth if I'm going to talk to a girl or hook up with a girl.
What if they just have one nice tooth?
At least it's a nice tooth. I'll take that. If she's taking good care of it, I can handle it. But no, you need. I like nice teeth. I like that's what I appreciate on a girl.
It's because that's a big hygiene thing. If you have nice teeth, you're taking care of your teeth. You have good hygiene.
I mean,
overall.
yeah, there's some that you unfortunately get the bad luck of the draw on your teeth. But
What
you know,
about good teeth, bad breath?
no bad breath is disgusting.
That's number one.
God.
for
What about
me.
good breath, good smile, teeth are eh?
Depends on the tits.
Aaron, do you use a tongue scraper?
Not right now.
Okay.
I have in the past.
They're phenomenal. If you have any sort of bad breath, highly
I
recommend.
don't have bad breath. I am hyper. There's a real dental term for it. I don't know, but I have hyper saliva glands. So my mouth, I don't get cavities, and my mouth is constantly. I can always constantly spit. Like
Ooh.
It's like a superpower.
You're like
You'd
a
be great
super-
on West Hollywood.
Yeah, I would really would.
You're like a hyperactive
spit
glands
shining
or some shit.
Yeah, and so all of my any dentist I've ever had, they're always like, "Wow, it's amazing. I don't get my mouth doesn't get too much bacteria in it because I have so much saliva all the time."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
My biggest ick that shouldn't be an ick is
You got a wham. You got a wet ass mouth.
Do gynecologists do that to women that come in there? They're like, "Wow, your pussy is so wet."
The humidity's off the charts.
It's so wet, no bacteria can ever survive here.
I'm sure there is. There has got to be like varying levels.
it'd be really funny that you actually have to say that as a professional to a woman.
Yeah.
Like she's hyper.
Yeah,
but you
especially if
can't-
you're a guy gynecologist. You know,
Yeah.
that's got to be the weirdest.
You're hydrophoric.
Also, do you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah. Also, do you want to get a nut?
Well, isn't it that thing they got like a pH balance or something where they have to like put vinegar to oil like even it out or something?
Dude, I love that. 5 men are talking about a
We
woman's
have
pH
no
balance,
idea.
dude. Isn't there? Don't you have to put a newspaper in there or something to kind
Well,
of?
no, if they're feeling a little icky, they just go to the store, get some Chopani, and
Jesus Christ.
I think I saw the Jamie Lee Curtis commercials. I think that's what
they say.
Dude, we should all go around the room and think what we think women do to make their vaginas better.
So Sean thinks you have to put yogurt in your pussy.
that's the thing. It's a thing.
There is a reason.
It's a fucking Activia.
There is a reason Go-Gurts are shaped that way.
I see.
Oh my god. Okay, what do you think? What do you think we have to do to maintain the ecosystem?
I mean, you were talking about a humidifier earlier. I feel like there might be one they sit on.
Yeah.
Because it
They
does.
sit on.
Well, I don't know, something to keep the temperature right or something. Because
Some sort of.
It's a terrarium now.
they got to sit under a warm light.
Yeah, you got to put a rock in there so a lizard can sit on it.
You put a couple crickets in it.
Yeah, you feed it every
You don't
once
want
a
it to get
week.
mites.
That's really funny.
That's what those humidifiers do. Yeah, you got to keep it at a certain temperature.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
You got to put a red lamp in there.
Red light.
Different
That's
ways.
why they call it the red light district because there's so much.
Different ways for.
I was saying the biggest ick that shouldn't be an ick. I will say my biggest ick that shouldn't be an ick is I'll say tattoos, but specifically where on your body the tattoo is.
Okay.
There's some spots I like better than others.
Give us
I don't mind
examples.
the little high rib one right there.
Okay.
I don't mind it behind the ear.
Okay.
Face.
Face is one I don't like.
Where on the, I mean, what if it's here?
I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
I've seen
anything
anything
on
on the earlobe.
Anything like that.
So basically anywhere like up is
Yeah.
off limits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the arms. I don't like forearm tattoos.
What about knuckles?
I've had girlfriends that had like the little ones on the side, where like
Like a mustache?
yeah. Those ones are dumb enough. They're small enough where it's not a big deal, but like if you have one like right in the middle of your forearm, I'm like,
Wrist?
ugh. If it's small, if it's tiny.
What about a bigger tattoo? Where would a bigger
Yeah,
tattoo?
what about big tattoos?
Yeah, what about.
I'll be honest, anywhere on the
Tattoos.
back I don't like.
Anywhere on the back.
Anywhere on the back. I don't like.
The
it.
largest
Shoulder.
canvas you don't like.
Yeah, where
I don't-
can you have a tattoo as a
Small
lady?
places. It has to be HR approved. It's got to be one that you can go into a corporate office and they're not gonna give you
it's your
shit. for it.
bikini line. You're good.
Yeah.
The HR office.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I had one girl that I went on a date with, and she didn't tell me she had tattoos. I had to find them out.
Yeah.
And
Most girls do have tattoos.
well, this was an entire.
I know.
She had an entire garden on her back. Her whole back was a garden. And then when
Or the.
when we hooked up, there was a goat hole she didn't tell me about. And
Did
that
you
was
water
her
the
butt
plants?
cheek. No, what?
Did you water the
No,
plants?
it was actually a very sloppy hookup.
They were all wilting.
And it was not my proudest moment.
So not taking care of their garden.
Yeah, the terrarium light was off. And no, that was actually.
They got to go get some Chopani.
Yeah, no. my wiener was not al dente that night. It was a very, it was a rough night.
Honestly,
Anyways,
Chobani should sponsor this podcast.
They
now.
should.
yeah, Chapani, reach out.
Hey, if you need to fix your cooch, buy some strawberry
This episode
vanilla.
is brought to you by Chobani.
There
Ladies.
there was a girl when I was first dating her. She showed me a text message she had with her mom, and she was talking about vagina maintenance, and she was like, "Hey, make sure you go." I actually think I still have the text message. It was, she's like, make sure you go get, because I didn't know what the fuck. She's like, make sure you go get some vinegar and douche your cooch or something, was what she said. And I'm like,
Oh, she does talk like a man. They do talk like men.
That wasn't her dad.
no, she didn't say cooch, but I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are you putting vinegar? I had no idea what that was. And I'm also like, why are you having this conversation with your mom?
Well, if everybody knows.
It's the cocksmith.
Yeah. It was just bizarre. When I first heard that, I was like, that's fucking weird that you're having that conversation.
Well, no,
with
it's
your mom.
about pH and stuff.
I
There's
didn't know that at the
acidity
time.
and
Well, that's why they teach chemistry in high school. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's why we dissect frogs for women's vaginas.
they teach you the sedimentary rocks and cooch.
The igneous, right? Yeah.
What's your biggest ick, not ick?
How old are you now?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'll be 42 next month.
Fuck, you're good, man.
Thanks, man.
I need that skincare routine.
Yeah, we've always said that guys that have
Just water,
sisters,
lots of water.
guys that have sisters have really good skin.
Is that it? Is that true?
Yep.
It seems like it.
Oh, that's nice.
Jeff has
Thank
good
you guys.
skin. He has a sister.
Yeah, he does.
Our other
a sister,
Jeff has
yep.
great
Jeff's
skin.
fucking
sister.
hot, dude. Look at him. He's such a hot guy, dude.
He's just
Thanks,
so.
dude.
He just put the camera on himself.
He's
I
just-
didn't, but I will
He's
now.
got to show the people.
He's so. Could you put it on yourself?
Yeah, he just did.
He's just so malnourished. Like,
needs
you
to
don't
put on
like.
some
Look, he needs to.
What are
Somebody
you talking about? I'm just thin.
Dude,
He looks jaundiced right now.
Yeah,
Jaundiced.
jaundiced and bony.
I'll tell you my ick, and this is such a silly one. It's actually it's not physical at all.
Okay.
I can't stand when women are themselves. No, I'm just kidding. no.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. No,
I have that too.
I don't like when women, like, kind of like you said earlier about leaving on red, like they pretend like they don't see text messages. It's like, come on.
You're
Women-
on your
women-
phone all the time.
Women will preach communication and then refuse to do any communicating.
Yeah.
They are the worst, like, especially in the dating phase, they'll be like, I want a man that communicates, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, hey, do we have this thing scheduled? And they just leave you, they ghost you.
Yeah, that's a good point. And that my ex just broke up with me via text message, which is hilarious because the whole time she was just talking about how communication was very important, and she's a therapist, which is even funnier. Very ironic.
How long did you date?
Maybe like 6 months, seriously.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm
Perfect
talking about it on
example.
stage. Yeah. She was like talking about, I don't think it's going to work out because we don't, your communication skills are lacking, and she did that on text. So it was very hilarious, very ironic.
Did you hit her with the thumbs up right after
You
that?
know what? No, I waited 6 days and wrote K.
Nice. That's the other one too.
Nice. Yeah.
The K, dude, is way better than the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Did she? I'm surprised she didn't have you like pay for a session before she broke up with you. Like lay down on the couch.
Well, she was for a little while trying to get back with me, and I just kept leaving her on red. I'm over it, dude. Good. I'm at the point in my life, that it's like I'm not gonna go backwards.
No, I don't
If
blame
this
you.
if this isn't going right, we're not revisiting.
well, you're over the
things.
hill, so you shouldn't go.
Yeah, dude, I could die at any moment. It's almost over for me.
Well, also, I think it's so funny because like that we had another friend that also dated a therapist, and it was the same thing. And she like projected all the shit onto him, and then it turned out everything that she was projecting, like it was like emotional cheating. I think what it was with our friend with the long hair and the glasses.
Jeff?
No,
Not me. I don't wear
Thailand
glasses.
buddy.
Oh yeah. She was
It's something along those lines.
and then she was doing
All of it.
everything. He was.
Like,
He was getting accused.
Women like to throw around the term gaslighting instead, all these random terms. I didn't even know what gaslighting was until women started doing it to me. That's
Yeah. Any
That's
woman that
honest,
uses the phrase gaslighting is gaslighting.
Yeah.
Like they're doing
I
it
have
to
a
you.
new thing that I do now when I start dating a woman that I did with this particular woman that made me realize it wasn't going to work out before it was over. And I'm going to say it.
Let's do it.
Cold plunge.
Cold
I took her
plunge.
to a cold plunge, and I did 3 minutes, and then I tried to get her to do it, and she only did 30 seconds. I was like, "You're weak. You're fucking weak. You're a woman. You've given birth, or you will give birth, and you can't do 3 minutes in a cold plunge. Get the fuck out of here."
You need
Yeah, but she had to keep her terrarium at the right temperature.
Yeah, it would have killed all of the
Yeah,
pH.
the water would have gotten in her pussy and
That's why
killed her.
only men like cold plunges.
she would have icicles up her fucking clit.
Yeah, she was trying to protect herself.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, you put a cork in it, and then it's fine.
Oh yeah,
Just put a
that's why
cork in
women
it.
love wineries.
Yeah, dude.
Swimming cap. need to date some like Eastern European.
Yeah,
they just
dude.
fucking go in there.
Yeah.
In fairness, don't they say like the Clinton that era, whatever it is? Don't they say that that's like
vulva?
way more sensitive than like a dick?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've beaten the shit out of him before, so I don't know.
So maybe when they
Seems like he can take it.
get in that cold water, it's just like too much overload.
I have a vulva expert if you really want me to call her.
Oh yeah,
She's been a guest on the podcast.
That would be hilarious if we just cold called her and said, "Hey, real quick."
I could FaceTime her and see if she'll pick up.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Let's try it.
I would have to rank ship it.
We can, yeah.
Actually, I'm on the same boat.
I can wait for you to
Yeah.
get on call with her.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
in the same
God.
boat because
She will
I
hate
do
us.
I do cold showers every day. I don't have like a plunge thing, but I
Yeah.
could plunge no problem. I do it every day, and you're right. If they can't do
I
it,
don't think she'll pick up.
It's incredible, and I started doing it last year, and I'm lucky enough to have a buddy who lets me go whenever he's got a really really nice one.
All right.
Are you gonna FaceTime her?
I'm FaceTiming her. We'll see if it actually
the
happens.
audio is connected.
Yeah, the audio is
connected.
on.
I
so
don't think she'll pick up, but
That would be hilarious if she does.
Well, this will say something about your friendship.
well, we used to date.
Yeah. It's an interesting relationship. I don't think she's going to pick up, so I'm going to continue the podcast as if she doesn't. That's what we're talking about,
it's
cold
gonna be a
plunges and stuff.
Yeah, you were
Well,
saying you've been doing it for over a year.
Almost a year now. And
Where?
I remember
All right.
I have a buddy that lets me go and use his. He has a really nice one. He's very, very generous. He's like, anytime it sits on his patio and I can go and use it. And so I've been taking friends up there and we just go up there. He lives in the hills. And so, but the first time I ever did one, I remember, and it's like everyone talks about them and they're so like in the zeitgeist right now, but
Yeah.
it is amazing.
Yeah.
It is absolutely amazing.
You
Have
know
you
where
ever
I've been
done one?
I haven't done a cold plunge, but
We'll all go. I'll take us all there.
there are some places where they're like
By Universal Studios.
There's a couple of gyms around town that have them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just expensive. No, I've been going to places that are a little flooded. This place I've been going to is the Nightcap, and I've been plunging.
The water's cold, dude. It's cold
I've been
there.
doing my cold plunges
Yeah,
at
you-
Nightcap.
yeah. Well, you could have done it at Jeff's
Jeff's
apartment here
apartment,
a little while
yeah.
ago.
There's plenty of places.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I mean, it's silly enough. That was a half a joke, obviously, but she couldn't do it, and I was kind of like, oh, come on.
I will say that is kind of like I will put that on the same level as taking a girl to Chili's, going on a hike, where it's like, okay, let's see if you're good with the adversity or
Yeah.
if you can handle the mundane.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then it's like,
plunge at Applebee's.
no, I'm not saying you don't
And then
combine
hike all the way
that.
back.
I mean,
The
you don't
adversity is
combine
going
that.
on a date with him.
It's American Ninja Warrior to go on a date with Aaron, apparently.
Yeah.
Electric margaritas and cold plunge.
No, but I'm saying there has to be a level of like, okay, cool, you're willing to do this. That means if there's a hard time, you're willing to fight it out.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like if you're on a hike and something bad, like you sprain your ankle or something, it's like you got to finish the hike, or she does, like, oh, can I mend it? Or like,
Yeah.
it's just like a survivalist thing.
Fucking vaginas are sensitive, dude. Her clit was probably buzzing like a game show contestant or something. I don't know.
They don't really.
Whatever it is.
Buzzing in? Is that what
I
you're
don't
trying
know.
to go for?
It's just.
No, I don't think Alex could last very long in a cold.
I bet he could do
definitely
3
could
minutes.
not do 3 minutes.
I bet he
do
could.
3 minutes right now.
Well, all right, easy.
Throw me in a cold plunge right now.
Well,
Just-
let's
Sean's been doing cold showers, so he can definitely do it.
So the good thing about now, are you starting with a cold shower or do you end with the cold shower? I mean, like, so you start and then you go warm?
No, I have a cold.
Just do a
shower.
cold.
Yeah.
That's great. How long do you do that for?
Like
However long it takes you to
2-3
shower?
minutes, yeah.
That's great. This deep in water that's for 37 degrees will change some shit in your mind.
yeah.
Now, I will say, you
37 is fucking
do
cold.
sound like every single person that does a cold
I
plunge.
know,
Yeah.
and that's what's so embarrassing about it.
Yeah.
is once I did it, I was like, oh my god, it's you feel like you can lift a car off of someone after you get.
I
out
can
of
lift a
one.
car. Anyways,
Right, but imagine after you get out of a cold plunge, how many more cars you could lift.
I can do it all anyways. That's just what I do.
I sound like this would be a great video for you guys to do. Where
Who
everyone-
who can last the longest in a cold plunge? I will do that. I will do that happily.
I'll do it too.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no,
Let's
you
go.
can't.
I'm writing it down.
Of the three of us.
Oh, the three of you.
We know
No,
you
you
could probably
can. We'll
last.
go.
He's
You
been
should
doing it for
last
he's
longer
been
than
doing it
us.
for over a year.
I probably can do about 5 minutes. Like no problem.
I'll do 30.
You'll
You
die.
would like
You'll die.
you
You'll
would
die.
like die. Yeah, there's like a
if
point.
he dies, he dies.
Who do you think Wim Hof got his inspiration from?
Well,
He got it from me.
You were a
His dead
cocksmith
wife.
and a...
Yes.
Also, you're not supposed to do Wim Hof breathing in a cold plunge because you could pass out and
That's
die.
true.
I do whatever I want, Jeff. Okay, just because you don't have any meat on your bones. Okay, I'm a fucking thick-studded cocksmith.
Dude, who turns
I'll hop
down
in that
nuts,
hole-
dude.
yeah.
You turned down nuts.
Yeah, a brace face offered me a nut, and I said no thanks.
He said, I'm good.
Get out of your train tracks. Go back to
Yeah.
the fucking.
I hope she's there
And this
tonight.
was at a bowling alley that you
Correct.
rejected her.
It was at a pizza place inside of a bowling alley. Get it right.
I was offered pussy at a bowling alley from a woman with braces. I'm too cool. Sorry, everybody.
And now we do want to clarify that it is a venue started by one of the Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters that
Grohl.
perform there.
Dave Grohl.
So it is a
One
sick
of the
venue.
Foo... You mean the Foo Fighters?
The guy, yeah.
Taylor Hawkins, before he died, started the venue.
I got it.
So he's the owner.
But the Foo
Well,
Fighters
not anymore.
Not anymore, rip. But the Foo Fighters will occasionally pop in there and perform. So
Very cool.
Hopefully we don't get bumped tonight.
I mean, that would honestly be sick.
Dude, it's like Dave Grohl just come in and said, guys, we're going to put on a secret show for the 16 people and the girl with braces. They're gonna be there.
Have you been on that show, Jeff?
I did.
You did the other
of your
one. It
shows.
wasn't the bowling alley.
So you guys are in a bowling alley now?
Do you want to spot tonight?
It's a pizza spot in a bowling alley.
Do you want to spot
If,
tonight?
if he's going to take away from the amount of
Maybe.
time I'm doing, then no, he doesn't.
No,
get
there
spot.
should be. I think there'll be time. He'll be taken from us.
What time's the show?
8. You can just carpool with us.
I have to teach tennis at like
fuck-
5,
fuck
but
off.
I could probably come up after. Where is it?
CB Valley.
We don't want to bother you with stage
No, I mean I
time.
want to
No,
do
it's
it.
fine. It's fine.
God damn it!
Jesus, we built this studio for him, and then
Why am I in debt if you
How
built the
ungrateful
studio?
are these LA fucking Jeffs? Is off.
Jeff is like a hot girl that just like, oh, it's not good enough.
No, I
for
want
me.
to do. I said I want to do it, dickhead.
Jesus,
It sounds like you want to
I just
play
have.
tennis.
I'm sorry, I have a work obligation today.
What time's your lesson then?
5.
It's the time it
it
starts.
Are you fucking kidding?
Ends?
6:30 ish, maybe.
Just
Yeah, you'll
drive
be
over
fine.
after.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 25-minute drive.
You
I don't,
Okay.
I don't even know.
What time are you guys leaving for it?
You don't understand. Like, I gotta wash my hair out, and like,
Yeah, I might have some chalk in there.
There's a lot of like a tennis
Jesus
ball got
Christ.
stuck in there one time.
Jeff,
man.
I don't know why you haven't fought these guys yet.
By the way, I've never seen anybody like shit talk Jeff. This is amazing.
That's all. Yeah.
Dude,
that's
that's
We're
so
like
crazy.
Chihuahuas nipping out a Rottweiler.
Yeah, dude. I feel like if he wanted to just lift all 3 of you up at the same time,
He could.
yeah, he's tall enough.
Yeah, we'll figure it out at the pod.
Yeah, let's talk about it on my fucking episode. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Talk about not doing fucking inside baseball shit.
We
now
want the
are.
boys hanging out with the boys. It's a boys' night tonight.
It's a boys' night.
It's a bro
I
down
tried
for
to
sure.
get girls on the show and they all couldn't do it. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I don't
do
know
it.
if you've had this experience. We'll book women, and then the day of they'll go, I can't. It's like,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Well, I don't have that problem, but
Oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
you know.
I'm
Well,
lucky.
it's nightcap is a little better than
Yeah,
the.
we should also get you guys a night at the nightcap. I think it would be cool to do a night of the Virzi Triplets.
We
Down.
would love to, man. That'd be awesome.
Cool
That's
spot.
fine.
All right.
Well, just Jeff's not going to do it. But that's
Yeah.
We'll wear our rain boots.
Yeah. Make sure you're wearing your galoshes.
We'll dress like Paddington when we go and perform.
You got your floaties on and shit.
No, you do have an awesome spot here
Nightcap,
in Los
man. I
Angeles.
appreciate
If you ever do come out to LA or you're in the area, go check out Nightcap.
So
Thank
is
you.
it? Are you're technically the business owner, right?
I am the business owner.
How is that like running your own business?
Yeah, it's a hard thing that people don't really realize.
It sounds
'Cause
like a giant
it's like
pain in the ass.
It's like a regular business is hard, but then when you have to deal with like all of the insides and comedy,
Yeah.
it's even harder. Like somebody's like, "Oh, go to a smoothie shop." It's like, okay, what do you have to buy fruit?
Yeah.
yeah.
I have to like deal with thousands of comedians
to
in
manage
Los
people.
Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, thank God I have a booker that helps me, but of everything else is all me.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, but it's cool, man. I mean, I feel like I learned from we were close for 3 months. Those who don't know, and I learned the most important part of that 3 months was how hard it is to get stage time in LA.
Oh, yeah.
And how grateful I am to have my own place to do it.
Yes. Imagine when there's 3 mics needed. It's a shit show.
Yeah,
That's why we flee town and go to bowling alleys.
Yeah, but that's great. Getting out of town is great.
We'll do that, and we will be big fish in a small pond. We'll do any fucking bowling alley anywhere.
Yeah.
To do.
You guys hear that?
He was having a humble,
No,
moment,
good.
and you made it about yourself.
No, it's fine.
No,
but if he gets it, it's fine. Thank you.
Well, that is the one shitty thing about LA, where it's like there's so many people that you like and you bond with, but it's like, okay, when you do have limited spots, there's like times where like there's people that treat everything like a transaction. Even just like a friendly conversation, they expect something from you.
Right.
As Earl Skakel calls them, these Palmers.
I love Earl. I love Earl.
That's how a lot of it is, where it's like, if you're just cool and you hang out, it's like, yeah, that's what's more important. I think.
Yeah.
Like, you're also a business. You have to sell tickets. You have to get people in. You have to that's it. A lot of people don't get and I know we said we weren't going to talk about this shit.
Right.
We're on the last couple of minutes, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But it's just like, a lot of people don't understand. It's like, yo, hey, I might like you as a person and everything, but it's like, we have to sell tickets. Like, I want to book. I have to get money in here.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to where I don't really, and Jeff and I have had this conversation 1,000 times because he's been there since the beginning, but I don't really put it on the comics to bring people. I've always been the type of, because I think as a business owner, I still think like a comedian first. So I always say I'm a comic that owns a comedy club. I'm not a comedy club owner that does comedy. So
That's fair.
So like, I think the way we all think is that. So
Yeah.
I watched Snoop tell 21 Savage in an interview like in 2016. He told him, he's like, yo, tell everybody what I told you when you got all your money. What did I tell you? Snoop's telling 21 to tell everything. He goes, you told me not to spend it on cars, women, or clubs. You told me to buy a record studio, and that's what I did. So when he said that, I was like, oh, I'm a comedian. I need to buy a fucking comedy place to do comedy, so I don't have to worry about stage time.
Yep.
Genius.
And that's what I did.
And you're fostering all those relationships as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
They also turn, like, people bring people on the road all the time, and the emails, like, all that's amazing.
It's been fun, man.
This is going to be an absolute terrible segue.
No, but
our
you can do
Volva
it.
expert is going to be calling in.
Okay, great.
Oh,
this will bring us right back to where we need to
Hell
be.
yeah.
So she's like, give her a sec.
So,
But yeah, no, it's
I'm hooking up the rank chip real quick.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So we have our Volva
Can we get
expert
on the-
calling in.
Can we get on the TV, Jeff?
Yep.
Does she know what this is going to be?
I think I text.
Hey!
Alyssa Lobachek.
Hello.
Can
How are you?
Can you hear everybody? Can you hear Alex?
Hi,
Alex.
Hi, Alyssa.
This is Sean, Aaron.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up? And then Jeff is over here.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
If you don't know, Alyssa, we're on the podcast.
We're on
obviously.
the pod. But we also have you hooked up. We got a cool setup now. You're actually on the TV over there. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This is very high tech.
Yes,
Yes.
we're legit now.
So we
We had some questions about
vaginas.
vulvas. Now,
Okay.
we were talking about cold plunges, right?
Okay.
And you know what they do to a guy's wiener and stuff is like, it'll shrivel it up real small and, make it all like, tiny and shit. What would it do to a women's vagina?
Well, the vaginal canal is internal, so it's not going to do anything to the vaginal canal.
Okay.
Thank you.
So they do put a cork in it.
No.
So it's not going to make anybody tighter. The muscle that is the vagina, or not the vagina, that is the penis, it ends up, before your embryo splits into, like, what your chromosomes decide is going to be male or female genitals, the part that is the penis is in female genitals the sides of the vulva. So it's like your labia and your labia.
Okay, but
So,
but when
should
you
I
do,
get my pillow?
sure, yeah. If you could show us with your pillow.
Can I ask a serious question?
Have you done a cold
vulva
plunge?
pillow.
Like, do you know what a cold plunge is?
I have not. That sounds really miserable. if I'm being
It's
honest.
essentially like it's supposed to be a big like dopamine release. So
Yeah,
you sit in cold water for 3 to 5 minutes. And I guess it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a big
Well,
dopamine.
the whole reason we called was we were talking about how it came up that there was a woman that I was dating who couldn't last in the cold plunge, and then we all, as men who don't know anything about women's vaginas, all said, well, maybe it's because women can't stand the cold that long in the cold plunge
because their areas are sensitive.
Here's my question, Alyssa, and I'm an expert on the vagina myself. Can women not last as long in a cold plunge because their clits and stuff are more sensitive?
No, that shouldn't really matter because there's a clitoral hood. So the hood.
Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay, thank you.
So
the hood.
Wait, is this modeled after yours?
This is what?
He said, "Is it modeled after yours?"
Who said that?
Jeff said it.
I didn't say it.
It wasn't me.
It was me.
Sorry.
It was me.
For anybody that doesn't know, Alyssa's a sex coach, and this is her vulva pillow. For
Why
anybody
is it
listening.
purple?
It's a demonstration. Just let her get through it.
Sorry.
Please.
Okay, so the sides here, these are full of it's like spongy muscle and tissue, and it has like really thick tubes that fill with blood.
Same here.
Which is the equivalent of when a penis fills with blood and it becomes erect. So like
Okay.
this might get like a little tighter, but the vaginal canal is internal, so it's like in here, and that's not going to change. So there's no reason why. The long and short of it, no, there's no reason why a woman having a vulva or vagina would mean that she can't stay in a cold plunge.
Do you mind putting that pillow back up so I can get a picture of it just to
Why?
for purposes later on tonight? That's just
Are you studying?
Alex is
Alex is more of a hands-on study.
Alex is more of a selfish lover. He's never actually taken a full look at it and examed.
I think this is. I think it's. I think it's great
long
to
story
have
short,
her.
the cold plunge doesn't really affect a woman's vulva or vagina.
Of course not.
No.
Okay.
No more than it would a man's penis. It's the same parts, just organized differently.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
I have a question.
Most of your hardware is external, and ours is internal.
Right.
So if anything,
Interesting.
we need to last longer.
I've got a question.
Tell that to my ex.
Yeah. So if you had your thermostat 5 degrees cooler, it should be fine for a woman to deal with that, right?
That's a whole other thing.
Okay, there we go.
I have a space heater under my desk right now. I'm a cold lady. I'm a cold bitch.
You are
So-
cold-blooded.
Can I ask a serious question?
This will be the
Alyssa?
last question, then we'll let you go. Thank you.
Alyssa, do cooters shiver?
But that was the last question we had. We have an expert on. Did you
What-
fucking?
And they do, and I'm done with them. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I didn't know he was going to say that.
Honestly, wait. Let me talk to her real quick. Honestly, thank you for your time. I think this is a great chance for you to come on this podcast as much as possible because we're all buffoons and we appreciate the fact that you know something that we all chase after. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Oh,
we
you
appreciate
are
your
so
time.
welcome. That was lovely.
We
Yes,
appreciate
Aaron
your
is a
time,
sweetheart.
Alyssa.
Thank you, Alyssa. You're too sweet. Thank you, Alyssa.
Tell Astro and Yoli we say hi.
And also, is there something she can plug on the podcast?
Oh, yeah, for
you
those that
just-
don't know,
you
Alyssa's
just
been on the
started one.
Alyssa's been on the podcast
Alyssa's
before.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay.
started a new podcast, I believe. If you want to plug it, Alyssa.
I do. I have 2 podcasts. One is Alyssa Explains It All, where we talk about sex and life stuff.
Yeah,
And the other one-
pretty obvious with the conversation we just had.
The other one is called YAOK, and I talk about young adult books, and I interview young adult authors. It's really fun.
Beautiful.
Alyssa, thank you for coming on. We really
Thanks,
appreciate
Alyssa.
it. Tell your family and the dogs we say hello.
Yeah, tell your parents I say what's up.
I will. I will. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, Alyssa. Thank you.
Alyssa.
So clearly she doesn't know what she's talking
Fucking
about.
dumbass.
Yeah, stupid bitch.
That was great. That was amazing.
One of
It
my
was
favorite.
Very thorough.
Alyssa's a sweetheart. One of my favorite things to do is just to ask her the most ridiculous questions and just make her really annoyed. And-
Yeah.
How funny would it be if you invited a chick over for the first time to your place
And had a vagina pillow?
had that pillow?
Dude, I want to buy one. I'm gonna buy one.
I might make it a point to nut on it at some point.
Jesus.
Just
That's creepy.
Anyway,
Just to ruin the pillow.
yeah. Well,
Also,
it
she told
happens.
me that's like a $500 pillow.
Yeah, it looks like
Stop.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's
I'm in the
more-
wrong business. I feel like we should start a TikTok shop.
Yeah, we should
making
start
those.
making
Well, it's very.
pussy pillows, dude.
Sell them at the nightcap.
Okay, yeah, it's like Brandon.
It's for it's for instructional purposes. It's like a very high end pillow.
Well, you can tell there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts.
Exactly.
Aaron, thank you so much for coming on. Please plug all your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be by this time. I'll have
Aaron,
been in a.
you already crushed tonight's show
Yeah,
at the bowling
I
alley.
would have. I've been deep in a 20-year-old at some point within the last
Nutting,
week.
Yes.
Got his nut.
AaronMliner.com for all my dates. I'm hitting the road here in the next couple of months. I'm going to Austin,
Nice.
Dallas, Houston. I'll be in New York. So AaronMliner.com.
Aaron Mliner is MLINER.
Yeah, and all
Mliner.
the socials.
Yes, and then of course the nightcap.
The nightcap. Come on by, see a show.
in Los
Awesome
Angeles.
Thank
Great
you.
club.
There'll be a night with the Virzi Triplets sooner than later.
Let's
go.
plug that. But in the meantime, check it out. Subscribe to all their Instagram and
Fantastic.
socials. They've got some great
Guys,
stuff.
thanks for having me. This is so cool.
Of course.
I'm so proud you guys are doing this.
The day is
resident-
young.
we still got the bowling house.
Yeah.
Our resident pile of bones. Go ahead, plug your stuff, Twiggy.
Tampa, Florida. I will be at Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel, headlining February 14th and 18th. So come out to those.
Valentine's Day.
Ooh, Valentine's
Hell
Day.
yeah,
14th and
dude.
18th? That's a long spread.
Well, I'm doing a week in
Two
between
different,
there
yeah.
at the other Side Splitters.
Got it. Got it.
But I'll headline the 14th and the 18th. So,
Just Tampa?
yeah.
Okay.
And Jeff Zenasek on all platforms. Two Woke Boys, as well as his podcast,
You
Hilarious.
guys are very nice.
And then, of course, Virzi Triplets all across the board.
We got some shows coming up all through February. Obviously, we'll be in Thousand Oaks Brewery. We'll be in Lancaster, or Palmdale at the end of February.
We will.
San
And-
Diego, we should be there in San Diego beginning of March. I don't have the exact date yet. We have a couple other shows that I can't remember.
Hollywood, Minneapolis. We got a bunch of shit. So just follow the calendar for more.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for listening. Aaron, Jeff, thank you guys for being
Thanks,
on.
guys.
Go follow Aaron on all of his stuff and the Nightcap.
Appreciate
LA.
you.
Later, guys. Thank you. To Cooter Shiver.
What a fun pod, dude.
Yeah.
It's always